So they've been here for quite some time, holding onto those buildings, and now playing off the low ground, putting them in the positioning disadvantage.
AURORA, though, Rugby ends up going down, and that is not who you want to go down in this final fight. You saw they were able to recover last time because Rugby hit the tap, but now there's no one there available for it. It's 9impulse who just got brought back into the game to try and survive for his team. It's final 5 here, and this game is still a long ways from being over.
What do you do here if you're 9impulse? You want to survive because there's still 5 squads left. GoNext still alive. 3D Max, we're neighboring them. We're looking at them as Kashera cleans up another kill. The straggler. That was 9impulse, leaving Trojan alone on this south side of the circle. GoNext are still coexisting, though, with 3D Max, with Atlas trying to take some shots now.
Yeah, GoNext on the ultimate low there. Atlas really pressuring them. 3D Max, though, fortunately, because they went center so early on, haven't really been able to work their way up towards purples. Hopefully, in this scramble, they can drop down, do just enough damage to pick that one up. Right now, you can see that south side of the map. That is the god spot because of the churn up here on the northern side, the congestion. The final 3 teams basically stacked on top of each other.
Oh my goodness, not only just lack of purple, but also lack of ammo that they're working with. As he dropped down here and immediately goes down. I don't think that was on purpose, but the circle closing in forces them to drop here. GoNext, get eliminated in your feeds. 3 squads left, and 3D Max playing King of the Hill, coming out as the successors of that building while staring at Atlas trying to reset. Trojan, though, with no contention, are looking at these two fight without anybody trying to boot them out from being in the middle of the circle.
And Trojan are trying to find their timings here. We do have the Bangalore ultimate going down, and there's really not that much coverage there for Atlas. So Atlas are just going to go ahead and full send it, commit to second, which is the right choice here. But they end up trading. There we go, finishing off 3D Max. Atlas now left in a 2v3. Trojan taking things very slow here to get the finish off. This is a massive game for Trojans. You saw there they had at least 9 kill points to get the plus 12. What a start for Team Trojans. Back up. So luckily for them, no one quite there to punish. Never mind, Forbidden Gaming pushes forward. 0-0 right on top of them there. But it is a 2v2. Brought down, I believe, to a 2v1. Finishing off Max Strafey. Armor swap for 0-0. But from that high ground, it's going to be Sonya to come in. Calamity stays alive for Forbidden Gaming, though, and secure them at least top 7.
That means that it's a 1v1. Forbidden looking for a res. Havoc not going to finish off the thirst on low ground, but Calamitous can't very well go for the res either. He's going to have to climb up and take this fight. DANISH go down. We're into the top 5 squads as the ring pulls us all together. FaZe from the north side have completely picked everyone up, have reset, and now have actually a fair bit of cover to work with.
They have a lot of cover. Take a look at that line of rocks that they can play off of. Their biggest threat right there. They've got the scan. Synetic connects to take out Light. And now our 2 heavy hitters. Gaimin, FaZe about to head off, and it's FaZe with the advantage off that Kraber pick.
Huge advantage. No way really to fight back effectively for GaiminGladiators, even with the height as they go down, leaving us with just 2 squads. It's FaZe with the Kraber versus Na'Vi on the other side. Na'Vi, who predicted this zone from so early on, and FaZe, who had farmed the edge of ring.
10 kill points for them with another 3 on the sidelines here. Synetic opened up that last fight with the Kraber shot, narrowly missing there, giving I think one of those players haircuts. For now, though, as they try to go for the peaks, you can see the pre-fire coming out. They know the threat of that Kraber, and the only way to basically win in that duel is hope that maybe you connect with a 3 burst on to that player that's peeking right now. Synetic is taking his time, though. He is right now in the middle of the zone. They have prio. That's forcing the wall out from Na'Vi.
Oh, this catwall is used, but the knock on Matafe is bigger. Synetic does open things up. He finds the magic bullet, and again, it's a 2v3 now that has just been created by the Kraber. FaZe will take the win in Cenote. They farm the edge of the ring. They find the Kraber shot, and they grab themselves another victory.
DANISH playing on the outskirts of that southern building, while players uncontested in the northern side of the building closer to Down Beast. Even better though, eventually Blacklist are gonna have to drop down. They're gonna wait it out, but PassionUA are gonna wait for them on the bottom. If DANISH split up their attention and focus on Passion, Blacklist could start sneaking their way right down from the high ground.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how this final zone has basically separated itself into 4 quadrants. Players in the northwest, you got PassionUA and Blacklist on inside and on top of the Down Beast on the northeast, DANISH there on the southeast, and Trojans playing off that wall on the southwest right now. For Trojans, if they can bookend this first half, it would be amazing for them. Remember, they started the day 14th overall. A win here on top of the day could easily propel them into safety range in the top 8.
Great way to start off after ending it off on Storm Point. And before we make that transition into World's Edge, PassionUA playing off that low ground. See, Blacklist has jumped off from the high ground, utilizing that smoke to get into some extra cover here. And I like the repositioning that we're seeing here from Blacklist.
This is all about timing, just about trying to buy as much time as possible before you use your utility. They don't want to pop that Feast of the Hunt quite yet, and they will utilize the natural cover here and actually dodge a lot of damage. DMW, though, with the difficulty getting up, takes about 50% of his HP from the storm right now. Yuzako has popped that Feast of the Hunt. He isn't able to get a knock quite yet onto PassionUA. They're on the low ground now. It's going to be Hyarka, though, pushing forward. Now they find a knock onto one.
Wow.
I believe that's Trojan getting taken out by that Rolling Thunder. Huge for Blacklist International, stopping the momentum of Trojans. Players now charging forward. It's Blacklist right on top of Artie. Max Strafey to go down. This is a huge game now. It was a little bit slow comings for Blacklist, who were able to get Prio on top of Down Beast, but they are converting this position well, charging forward now to finish things off.
Our last 3 squads right here, and Blacklist are looking to take it all. JMW to be the nail in the coffin as Blacklist make a huge play to take the final game onto Storm Point. Even from the window in the distance, I believe it was Nessy trying to take some shots at the lone survivor that is DANISH right now. Cybercats with the perfect timing on that third party, and look who has height. GaiminGladiators have rotated out of the choke here to meet up right behind PassionUA on the low ground.
And no matter what you're doing, nobody seems to be able to escape GaiminGladiators. They have left a trail of bodies like breadcrumbs from Hansel and Gretel. GaiminGladiators slew 3D Max, have height on Passion. Their one big problem is Nessy, that singular squad that, as you called out, has the next zone, has managed to hold on to a powerful position overlooking Monument. It's GaiminGladiators and Nessy that will have to fight for control of the high ground.
Nessy are going to be able to also take some free shots here once these squads are forced to funnel into their line of sight, unless they work off of the natural cover. That is those train tracks playing off that low ground here. Noises with the pings and only 2 arrows left in the bow check. See what he could do here. Lackluster ammunition. They see the fighting. See DANISH still trying to take some shots at Cybercats, holding on for dear life with 5 squads remaining, and PassionUA also looking at Cybercats here too.
You got to use this to finish off one person, a singular knock with a bow check headshot. That'll be enough to keep Nessy safe. What's concerning me is that Nessy are not looking up. In fact, they're committing down with 4 squads left. DANISH will fall. Nessy play for points, not for the win. Commit to the low ground and lose Noises in the process. Now, with just 2 members left, they continue to commit. Cracked goes into this. Cybercats are going to fall. PassionUA are on the low ground, but you know what this means, Vicky. It means that the Titans, GaiminGladiators, are alone on the high ground.
And that's just gonna breathe a free W here at this point. Just a free walk-in for GaiminGladiators to capitalize as they now take a split position to sandwich PassionUA. Only a matter of time as GaiminGladiators are your Game 4 winners.
not going to have the time for the reset, though, as the zone is closing in on his back now, and he's going to have to leave his teammates. There you can see, though, he's going to maybe possibly get an opportunity to try and punch one player in, but I don't know if he can have both survive.
Wow, you get a third party, you get a third party. Everybody comes in at the perfect time, and FaZe needed to capitalize off of that, because right before we saw the Havoc weapon swap up, he had an R9 with only 30 bullets to his name. Now hailing from the high ground here, looking at what remains of Atlas, GoNext are safe inside a building, and FaZe are playing in a very nice split position where they're still claiming the other building to prevent GoNext from taking up too much free real estate.
They have free sites, all the exits that GoNext can utilize in this fight. It's a clean 3v3, even armors on either side as well. And for FaZe Clan, they've already started off pretty strong on top of the day here. If they can take out GoNext, would be huge for them going into game number 6.
We saw the action that FaZe brought on Storm Point. Can they replicate that again here on World's Edge? GoNext playing inside of this building with the Catalyst, FaZe playing right on top of their heads. It's just the fact that FaZe has so many different angles here, way better angles to work off of, as GoNext is struggling to see what they can do outside this building.
They don't really have an option to try and do anything other than tank the Watson pylons there, unfortunately. Nice wall there to clear that one out at the very least and push forward, but that utility is used up early on. Arctic, though, on the high ground, takes a lot of damage, will be forced back, and you can see them trying to utilize that timing to retake height, and Nags giving up space as he backs away with that scan, but he's got the Beast of the Hunt pop now. GoNext trying to split up a little bit here. You can see Kashera still on the high ground, one slab on the left, excuse me, and they charge forward, but Kashera takes massive damage, falls right on top of the traps, and it's Nags to pick up 2 kills. FaZe Clan now looking to finish it all off. It's going to be a massive game for them at the end of the day. They've already got 5 kill points, picking up more. FaZe Clan taking the win here in game number 5. To get to the exit of Trials here, as Apex Warlords are not aware of it quite yet. Blacklist do trade some damage, and they do give away that they have red armors on the other side, but honestly, they already have the godly positioning, and now with that smoke out, Hyarka will go ahead and increase their arc. He does take some damage and has to back away. That might be an opening for Vex, honestly, to try and push out.
Blacklist calling in another lifeline care pack. You could only assume that they have another gold knockdown shield here to work off of, and FaZe playing off this low ground right below Apex Warlords. Blacklist were giving them some nice suppressed fire as Apex Warlords are forced to drop down. Beast of the Hunt has been called in, as well as the Cat, while Arctic with the beams on the Volt. He doesn't even need an extended energy mag here, trying to chase them down. The Bang ult still has not been used up here, going over to the side with 4 squads left. They fully commit over to this fight, and that means that Vex are going to be able to be right behind him to clean up as Apex Warlords take care of FaZe.
Now here comes that crossfire being set up by Blacklist International. JMW far back, of course, playing that anchor for his squad. They've done some damage off their right. You can see how they want to move in for these kills. They really don't need to force the issue here, as JMW have a beautiful angle onto them right now. They just need one player to actually keep an eye on Vex. And it's surprising how Uchako now on the high ground is almost playing the anchor for them.
Also in the worst position right now is Apex Warlords, with Vex looking at them, Blacklist having them pinched in between little to no cover. Look at all the nades. Arcstar, double nades. Only so many places you can hide behind as Apex Warlords are taken out. Uchaku now sends out all the nades himself, seeing if he can juggle them like he's in the circus currently. You see the crack coming in. Huge entry points for Uchaku after he pops Beast of the Hunt. Waiting to the very end after they see that they've left one of the teammates from Vex behind and capitalizing, getting that knock onto Denze. 2 squads left, and Blacklist are on a tear to claim another game under their belt. Look at the amount of KP that they have. This is a game that they need to show not only their consistency, but to put themselves in the top 20 overall standings in the leaderboards.
They're on the verge of another massive game. Blacklist International will finish it all off, taking game number 6.